Ready, set, go.
Hello. Welcome to a game called Paako. This is from what I understood from the game page on Steam. This is a game about making a game called Paako. It's a game called Paako about making a game called Paako. I think that's really all we need to know. I don't know why there's no sound. Oh, hello. Hey there, you. Hello, Si Huang. Listen, do you want to play this game I just made? Yes, that's kind of why I'm here, is it not? Hello. Thanks for being willing to play my game. First, allow me to read you some instructions. Proceed. Playtest rule number 1. The point is to test the game, not your skills. However you play naturally will be absolutely fine. That's very comforting to know. Thank you. I love it when I realize that I don't need to be good at video games to enjoy a video game. Those are my favorite kind of video games. Rule 2. Once you start playing, I will not answer any questions. The game should ideally explain itself, which is the point of the playtest. Understood? Copy that. Rule 3. This is still an early demo, so please expect a few placeholders. I'll explain as they appear when necessary. Great. Can I just start already? Can I start right now? Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead, please. Great. Okay. Oh. 80 in space. Okay. I like the soundtrack. Jump, space. Double jump. I love a good double jump. Oh, and I can wall jump. Oh, we're fancy today. We're having all the good times with this platforming. Weapon. Yeah, the banana is a placeholder for a gun. Please just imagine that you earned a gun just now. I think I'd prefer to imagine it as a banana. I think I'd prefer the gun to be a banana. If I'm being honest, I think the banana is a better choice. But all right, I will imagine that the banana is in fact a gun. I'll humor you that way. I like that. I like the game hands are responding to me hitting the keys and hitting the mouse. That's very cool. That's really well done. I appreciate that a lot. Okay. Let's go. There are going to be bosses. King Tatham. Boss fight time. You'll face King Tatham, the swordsman. Okay. Alright. I've been playing some swords. I've been playing a lot of Sekiro lately, so I'm well familiar with the sword fights and whatnot. But it's still a placeholder. You'll have to imagine a boss fight here. This seems fine. King Tatham seems fine. Like, this seems like a perfectly serviceable game so far. I've got a banana gun. I'm a little guy. I'm a little purple guy. And I'm fighting a guy named King Tatham. Like, what else could you possibly expect or want from a game? Also, and why am I imagining everything? I don't answer your questions. Right. We are now in the playtest. You're not answering questions. Understood. All right. How do I just jump on him? Oh, you get the first hit pretty easily, but in your mind you know this is going to get harder. How do I know that without you telling me? How do I know that without you telling me? What did I say? It's easy for you since you've grown familiar with his moves during your last attempts. What? His move? What move? See, this is the part where I feel like, no, this is maybe less of a game than it should be. Now I'm starting to feel like I am, in fact, playing a demo where there are some missing pieces. What move? Aha! Oh no, something slipped your mind and you were hit, but he's almost out. He is almost out. This is, in any Souls game, this is where I would compete with my hubris and my ambition to just get one more hit in, which usually in most FromSoft games would be the cause of my demise. One more hit, that's all it takes. You think to yourself, exactly, that's exactly what I think to myself. Why are you telling me what to think, though, if I'm already gonna think it? And I see. Oh, boy. Aha! I've done it. I beat him. What an intense fight. Sure. It's a placeholder for what will be a very intense fight. I see that now. And now you've beaten King Tatham and become the new champion of this continent. What continent? Oh, silly me, I forgot to tell you the backstory. Here, I thought you weren't answering questions during the playtest. Once upon a time, on a continent called there was a purple warrior who wanted to be the champion. In order to become the champion, the purple warrior... Okay. Alright. You're probably thinking, dude, what kind of a game was that? To be honest, the platformer part is very boring indeed. Doesn't even have battle mechanics. Why put in a boss fight? But that part wasn't the real prototype. The entire content that you just played was the prototype. If that sounds confusing, don't worry. Your journey with this game has just started. Video games are usually about fictional stories. Embark on an adventure, explore a fascinating world, etc. This game, however, is not about such big topics. It originates from just a simple idea. I want to make a cool-ass indie game. Alright. Shit, I think I just had a really weird dream about fighting a swordsman or something. This is, I'm assuming, what this purple guy, who I'm assuming is going to be called Paako, sounds like. Wait, how did I get here? Hey you, what's this place? Me? Referring to me? You are you talking to me? Of course I'm talking to you. Why else do you think I'm facing you all the time? I don't know, it's just nice to have the main character have, like, a partial, full profile. It's good character design. Who are you again? Well, my name is... I'm pretty sure it's Paako. Wait. Who am I? Weird. You could be Paako if you want. You could be Paako. Why not be Paako? You were stuck? Try to use a mouse. Oh. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I can use the mouse. I'm real good at using the mouse. What the? Are those presentation slides? Mission reach the last slide. Okay. USC games. Oh, is this a university project? Is this a school project? Mission. Reach the last slide. Is this some sort of game? Yes, I think so. I believe that is the case. So what are you, a player? Is that why you've control of my body? Yes, that is exactly why. I hope that isn't too disturbing for you, sir. I'm assuming gender when I say sir. If you would prefer I not call you sir, please let me know. Fine. Looks like I'll have to live with it. You're accepting it pretty fast. Do what you have to, but quick. Okay, alright. When you put it that way. Introducing Paako. Thesis Preliminary Pitch by C. Huang. Hello everyone. Welcome to the preliminary pitch of my MFA thesis project. Aww. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, I feel like that's actually what this is. That's gotta be what this is. This is wonderful. I love this. Who's this guy? Allow me to introduce you to my thesis game project, Paako. What a weird name. I think that's your name, bud. I hate to tell you this, but I think that's your name. Who is Paako? A self-aware character. Early draft. Oh, that was the early draft, wasn't it? Little Eggman. Little egg guy. Now we've upgraded to this slightly more sincere-looking brother. This game is about Paako. A self-aware character. That means it knows it's in a video game. Ooh, so that's actually my name. Seems to be so, Paako. The game is mainly about Paako commenting on everything, so it is designed as a mean character to increase the spice. Oh, does he have to be mean to be self-aware? You just said I'm mean? How dare you, you son of a... Oh, well, Because I actually am mean. Well, maybe not mean, just a little reactionary, you know? What is this game? Paako is a pixel art platformer metagame, core game loop, move forward to new content, meta comment, minigames. Got it. The game is a pixel art 2D platformer metagame where you move forward, get new content, and repeat. Yeah, almost like what you were doing right now, player. So I'm already playing it. Yeah, I kind of picked up on that. Kind of picked up on that, what that whole deal was. As the game content contains a lot of dialogue, you can also think of it as a text adventure game. Or if I don't like reading text. Not my case, I enjoy reading text quite a bit. As long as it's well-written text. And maybe you are not the main target audience. But other than conversation and platforming, there will also be many mini-games to fill up the content. Sounds good to me. Oh great, so we won't be bored to death, player. Okay, alright. Sounds good to me. Let me see the rest of it. I want to see the rest of it. Prior arts. Great metagame. Oh, I see what this is. Hang on. Here's some prior arts I took as references. Of course, these are all metagames. Right, we got Stanley Parable, Undertale. Undertale is a metagame, is an interesting... Not that I don't think it's a metagame. It's just it's significantly less meta than these other games. I believe this one is There Is No Game, and then this, of course, is Inscription, which is one of my favorites. If you want to make them implicit by blurring them, you're not doing very well. Yeah, I clearly just was able to identify all four of them. This game was partially inspired by these games. You could say that they are the reasons that Paako was born. Paako, you could say that these four games are your parents. So they're like my ancestors? But probably none of them know my existence yet. That is true, because these games are not self-aware. So there's a tricky relationship there. Ooh. Thesis preliminary pitch by Si Huang. Thank you. And I guess that's all. Thank you for listening. Now let's dive into the Q&A part. Dive into. Thank God it wasn't a long presentation. Let's just get this over with. What's the rush, Paako? Why are you in a hurry? I'm being controlled by someone. Do you think I enjoy this? I was gonna ask. I wasn't sure how you felt about it, but can I maybe jump over this? Can I jump over this to over here? Oh. Right, the goal was to get to the end of the slides. Well done. I bet you were really good at following rules. Nice. I did, in fact. Oh. Okay. All right. Fair enough. I got to the final slide. Question time. Sure. Why are you making this game? I'm a graduate student at USC studying game design, and this game, Paako, is my MFA thesis. So I am his ticket to graduation. Get it? Got it. Works for me. Nice. Why choose such a weird idea? Well, only because it sounds fun. It does sound fun. This is a great idea. If you're watching this, Huang, this is a great idea. I love this so far. That's just coming from at least one person. Oh boy, only a school project would allow such a simple and naive reason. Not necessarily. Sometimes, well, first off, what the hell is wrong with choosing an idea because it's fun, especially for a game? But also, you know, school is kind of where you should be able to get all experimental and see what things you can and cannot do. See what things work and don't work, and then get better at them until you can make them work. Oh boy. Okay. Didn't want to. Excuse me. There we go. What's the experience goal? The game will provide a new understanding of what video games are, as a form of media, as an art form, you might say. Too broad, obscure, and unrealistic. Perhaps a fair criticism. Yeah, maybe that's too far. I mean, the least this game could be is entertaining. Okay. I think I know the answer to this question of how big is your team. I feel like this might be a team of one. That I haven't recruited anyone yet. I'll figure that out later. Yeah, I figured as much. Nothing wrong with doing it solo. It's just a lot of work. Why purple? I wasn't gonna question the purple. It's a nice color. I like the sheen on the back of his head. But why purple? I just like purple for no reason. Fair enough. I'll take it. Why name it Paako? It's just a random name that I came up with so we can avoid any name similarities. Nice, that's a good, unique name. So my name actually means nothing, just great. It doesn't mean nothing. It just wasn't chosen for any specific reason other than it's unique, which is pretty cool in itself. What is a metagame? My definition is any game where breaking the fourth wall is a primary feature rather than a secondary aspect. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Boring. Nobody cares about your definition for a made-up word. It's not made up the more people use it. Repetition legitimizes. It just does. I don't want to ask why not a 3D game, because like I think 2D gets a sore deal. But we'll find out what their answer is. I do prefer 2D games to 3D though, but honestly it's because 2D games, a 2D game is just easier to work with. That makes sense. That's fair. And there goes my change to be 3D. For now, Paako. Man, they weren't kidding when they said Paako was gonna be mean. The salty little guy. Where are the minigames? They did say there would be minigames, so I am curious as to where the minigames are. You're gonna play some of them soon. Okay, can't wait. Alright, sounds good to me. There we go. Do I have to play those prior arts in advance, such as Stanley Parable, Undertale, There Is No Game, and Inscription? Of course you don't need to. Paako is designed to be played by anyone who's interested. There's no prior reading list to most video games. I would consider it pretty pretentious for that to be the case. But I'd still highly recommend to play those games anyway. If you could tell what those games are, I could. And I've already played most of them or seen the other ones played through. If they can tell what those are, then they don't need this recommendation. That's a fair point. Do I have to ask all the questions? I mean, I ended up doing it anyway, but you're good to go if you don't want to ask those questions. Obviously, duh. But I did it anyway. Preliminary pitch, done. Nailed it. That was a lot of questions. Anyway, another item off the list. Let's move on to the next stage. Yes, let's. But, in fact, pitching this idea really got me thinking. Is this idea really worth making? Maybe it's not as fun as it sounds. There's only one way to find out, is the thing, though. You never know if a thing is worth making until you've already made it. So, you gotta leave the cost sunk at the door. Oh, don't ask me, I didn't ask to be made. It's still months before I really have to start. It's not too late to switch to another idea now. I think this one's got legs on it. Two little purple legs. Stubby little legs. Maybe I really need to think this through. You do. Metagames in general are pretty difficult to pull off, I will say. But so far I think they're doing pretty well here for what this is. Is Paako a good idea for a thesis? Yes, I think there needs to be more discourse in the world of metagames. Right, I'll never know until I actually give it a try. Exactly, this is what I was saying. Guess I'll have to live a little longer. What a shame, Paako. Si Huang decided to trust his guts and push this idea forward. Yet he didn't know what awaits. Achievement get. Boldness, or call it recklessness. Alright, now it's time to figure out what Paako is really about. Wait, aren't you supposed to figure that out before the pitch? That pitch was required in the spring semester, so I just did it with a vague concept. Say no more. Say no more. A vague concept with a random name. Way to go. That's sometimes how it goes. I'll do some mind mapping until I get enough metagame ideas. Let's ponder on each idea really, really hard. Let's get some freaking pondering going. Yeah. Oh, mind map. Oh, we're literally mind mapping over here. Paako. Okay. Oh, I see what we're doing here. Okay. Alright, we're mind mapping. I'm done. This idea is hard to prototype. Let's try some others for now. Okay, alright. Nice. So we're kind of walking through the actual, like, game development process. This is really cute. I enjoy this. Okay. And down. And up. Nice. Okay. Oh. Hang on. I'm done. This idea is hard to prototype. Let's try some others for now. I'm going to leave that idea there just so that we know that we have an option. I'm going to get these other avenues explored just so that I know that I've done it. Oh, interesting. Okay, there's another one. And what are we doing here? That one's hard to prototype. All good. And this one. What about this? Okay, there's three. We got 3 ideas. Let's go into this one. In our classes, we learned that it's important to utilize the player's agency when designing games. The player feels more agency when the character represents them. So I designed this room to increase their agency. Cool! I like that. You had me running around, giving me the choice to whether go down a path or go check other ones out. So I feel that. I feel that. Okay. Hello, Paako.
Hello, Paako and player. I'm Drez.
Where's this place? Shit, I can't move?
Sorry, but you have to stay there, Paako. Now, player, please check out our menu.
Headwear. This is neat. I like all this. We got some nice references to other video games here. And no wonder I can't move. It's a customizing room. Let me see some hats with copyright risks. Is that a bucket I see? Yeah, you gotta have a bucket. And then you gotta have the sticker on the bucket to confirm that it is in fact a bucket. I'm going with the bucket. Somehow I feel reassured of putting this on. Ah ha ha! Choosing this bucket right away, you feel a sense of reassurance. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing.
Okay, now here's another menu.
You know, I like the purple. I think the purple is kind of classic. I'm gonna stick with the purple. Glad you kept me in my original skin. What if I changed it? And I would get angry and warn you about why you shouldn't change my body color. Does that mean that I've missed some content?
But since it's a customizing room after all, why don't we arrange something else for the player to customize?
Okay. Player color. Oh, it changed. Oh.
See? That's what represents you in this game.
The cursor? In case you haven't noticed, those are literally what you are to us. Player, a flying cursor, and the dialogue options. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think...
Now why don't you take your time to really immerse yourself in those agencies?
Nice. Okay, I am immersed.
And finally, there's one more feature we've got.
Change emote.
Oh, an emote system. We want to enable the player to express their feelings.
Such a cheap function.
Now we have color skins, emotes, and we're only a few steps away from a good monetization plan.
Please don't. Yeah, I'd agree with Paako there.
That is pretty much everything in this room we've got. And unfortunately, these options are only provided here.
So you better decide before you get out of here. Okay, I don't think I want the orange. Blue looks pretty good. I'll change the emote. Yeah, I like that one. All right, we're out of here. Welcome back. This idea feels okay. I think I'll keep this one. All right, great. Sounds good to me. Let's hop on down around here. What's this all about? During these/some initial tests, I've noticed that chances are that people don't dig the taste of this game. I would also say, this is just writing wise. This is just a writing tip. You don't need the comma after I've noticed that. You can just say, I've noticed that chances are, or I've noticed that people probably don't dig the taste of this game. I don't know what that means in itself, but I've noticed that comma space is a little awkward. Maybe someone's already told you this, but if not, here's me telling you. It's a little awkward writing-wise. Some of them aren't so good at platformers, or find the meta jokes too obscure, so they don't really enjoy this game. Well, then it's not for them. Then you don't have to play the game. If the game isn't for you, you don't have to play it. What if I can offer something for everyone? You can't. Somewhere they can escape the main storyline and simply have some fun. Okay, there's something there. I'm not sure that's what the player is really after. Let's find out what you got. Let's find out what ideas you might have here. Water. Okay. Why'd the music stop? Hello? Who's this guy?
Welcome, main story character Paako. I'm Marcel. Take a seat.
What did they just call me? Main story character? That's probably a placeholder. A fishing minigame, of course. Every good game should have this. Fair enough. How do I play?
When you see the water splashes, press F to pull the rod. Got it?
Okay. Shit, I failed. Really, it's you who failed, player, not me. Alright, yeah, I'll take that.
After all, it's your first try. You'll make it the next time.
So, Marcel, you just called me main story character? Are you not a part of the main story?
No, I am not. I was outside of the main story since I was created.
I want to escape the main story too. Just sitting here all day just like you.
Sadly, you can't. As the main character, you will be forced out of this chair after every time you fish.
What? Bummer.
But even though you can't just stay on the chair, you can still keep fishing here. After all, I was designed to help you escape the whole main storyline.
Gotcha. Well, thank you, Marcel. It was...
Now, before you leave, I must tell you something. The actual name of the game you're playing is Paako, Fish with Marcel.
Nice. That looks lovely. That's some good logo design. He's right, player. This is the main game now. We can just stay here and fish with Marcel until the end of the world. Feels like you're both tricking me. Come on, the main storyline is boring and this place is relaxing. The main storyline is not boring. I was very invested. I want to leave. Proceeding forward means you've read and agreed to the following terms. 1, the player must always focus on advancing the main plot. 2, the player should not complain about the main plot being too simple. And 3, the player acknowledge they don't want any side missions. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I like side missions. I want to have the option to do them. Nice.
good. You potential fish.
Okay. Like, I like side missions.
Oh, you're sure you sure you want to go back?
Like, I guess. I do agree that if you're mostly in it for the main plot and you feel like a game is, but you also feel like a game is too small, it's because they're not doing the side stuff. Boomer. Okay. Well, that feels a little like a false dichotomy, but all right. Welcome back. This idea is also fine. Let's just keep this one too. All right. Fair enough. Oh, I didn't even open this one up. What are we doing over here? What the heck are we doing over here? Actually, hang on. I'm gonna open this up. And then I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go over here first. I love shooter games, so Paako has got to have this feature. But I can't prototype a complete shooter mechanic in this little time, so here's what I did. Let's find out. Let's see what they did. Ruben, Paako, and the player. I'm Ruben. Hello, Paako and the player. I'm Ruben. Welcome to the shooting range. Grab the gun and we'll start.
Now we're talking.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. I gotta lead the shot a little bit. I just gotta lead the shot a little bit. First try. I got first try. Lead the shot a little bit. Gotta lead the shot a little bit. First try.
Good. Get ready for the second wave.
Oh boy.
Whoop. Ouch. Not where you are shooting, Paako.
I'm trying my best here. Also, it's not Paako's fault. Gotta lead the shot. First try.
Now it's the final wave.
Oh boy.
This is way too many. Player, how about you do this directly from your side? Here's the gun.
Oh. Great. This works better. Don't need to lead the shot anymore. Nice.
Mission completed. All targets are down.
I'm going the pacifist route.
But player, did you just carefully avoid shooting me?
I was trying to go the pacifist route.
But frankly, the purpose of this room is to trick you into shooting me, then let Paako make fun of how violent you are.
I don't much appreciate that. I think we should acknowledge the fact that I made the conscious choice to not shoot you.
In other words, you missed out on the design experience in this room. That was the whole point here.
But I saved Ruben.
It's cool that you find a glorious purpose out of this, but at the end of the day, we cannot die or be killed. We are just sprites and some dialogues. You saved Ruben from turning into another sprite, that's all.
Well, I guess when you put it that way, maybe I should have killed Ruben.
And it would be a waste not to see my animation of being shot.
Oh, what? Okay, well, I guess you're dead now.
Cool animation.
And also this reversed animation.
Nice. Okay, very neat. Okay.
Anyway, we're just pixel sprites and you'll need to empathize with us like you're supposed to. Now let's get out.
Okay, but like, what? But like, if you're trying to tell an engaging story, then naturally the player is gonna, if it's a provocative story, I'm gonna empathize with your characters, whether they're real or not. That's just how storytelling happens and how that works. Welcome back. This idea sounds great. Maybe I should just try one more. Let's try one more. I realize that this is all mind mapping. None of this has to stay. Choices are what differentiates video games from other forms of media. That is true. A game is only engaging when it provides great choices. So I made this room. A room of choice. Interesting.
Hey, Paako and the player. My name is Cecil. Do you feel that you're having so few choices in this game, player?
No, I think it's fine. I think it's good. It's cool to have choices. I don't think they're necessary. I think if you're not gonna give the player any choice, then the one you gotta think through through the choices that you're gonna force to make pretty well. Yeah, think through those pretty thoroughly. Wow, you're really easy to satisfy, player. What can I say? I have a variety of tastes.
Then you'll feel even more satisfied with more choices.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I will.
There you have it.
Which one should I choose?
If this is working out for you, how about even more choices?
So you're just adding dialogue choices?
Yeah? What's the matter with that?
These options are almost the same.
Fair enough. After all, these choices are just phrases that we picked for you.
It's not like the player could type in what they want to see.
Oh, duh. No choice is better than their own choice of words. Here, try this out.
Well, but it's not like we can understand what they type in unless it's some special terms.
Fine, player. Although we can let you type in, we can't understand it like those AIs these days. Now, player, why don't you type in something like your name?
Just so you know, there's no way I'm gonna call you by the name. Just so you know, there's no way I'm gonna call you by the name you type in, player. Yeah, we'll go tall, lanky guy. Whoop. Yee, tall, lanky guy. Fine, I'll just still call you player.
Well, why? Why?
Because I don't care about your name, which is just a string of text data to me. Besides, what if you just typed in something really weird to make me call you that, like daddy? I could have done that. I could have typed daddy. Maybe I should have done that, but I didn't, so. Ew.
Well, seems like the input field isn't a good idea. Oh, how about a choice based on gameplay?
What is this? Well, what am I clicking on? Why am I hitting this block again?
Silly me. The choice should have a meaning behind it. Let me think, I got it here.
Stepping into the choice room, Paako hits the block on its left. I know what they want me to do here, and I'm gonna do it. Yeah, this is the right one because it's on my left. I suppose so. I suppose that is stage left. What if I hit the other one? I'll tell you that one's wrong and you should hit this one instead. But that didn't feel like a choice, did it? It's not a choice if there's a right answer. Yes, this is true. It's not a choice if there's a right or wrong answer.
Okay, I get it. The choice should allow you to proceed either way. And try this.
Coming to a set of doors, Paako took the bottom door. Okay, we're proceeding, and the other path also proceeds. You can see the other tunnel. I can see whatever you see. Oh, that is new information. Okay. Paako takes the lower path, and then, disappointingly, they lead to the same space. Oh boy, same result.
Of course, the path will merge somewhere. You didn't really think we have a rich, multi-branching narrative, did you?
You never know. Games can be deceptively complex. I don't even think this game has any kind of narrative at all. It does. It definitely does. Now, that's what makes it a meta game, is the narrative.
Okay, I still have one last choice for you, player. Now listen carefully to this crucial choice in this game. At social gathering events, you are usually...
chilling with my own friends. This choice will have consequences. Nice. Glad to hear.
Got it. See the butterfly up there? That means you've just made a crucial choice in this game.
What is this, Until Dawn? Wasn't that a personality test question? Yeah, what consequences could it be?
You will know if you keep on playing this game. Or not. But when you chose, did you really think about that question? Yeah, I'd say I did. Yeah. And the choice has worked. The choice happens inside you when you give it a thought, regardless of its exterior meanings.
Sounds deep.
Therefore, once you step out of this room, please don't ask for any meaning behind choices.
It's not like the player has a choice. Am I right? Get it? It's a choice joke. Good one, Paako. Very good one. Not my best joke. Let's move out. Yes, let's move on now that we've seen all the doors. Awesome. I think 4 ideas are enough for this game. 4 ideas should be enough. You can get a lot of progress with 4 ideas. What are you gonna do now? You just make them kiss. You just put them together and you make the ideas kiss. Put them together. Simple as that.
I got it.
Let's just go back to the root of the mind map to see what I just made. Okay, Paako. Okay. So now, ladies and gentlemen, here's my thesis game. Oh, are we going? Oh, Paako. Target agency and fishing pass. Okay. Okay. All right. I see what we're doing here. All right. Okay. What kind of game is that? I have a bad feeling about this. Okay, so I have a gun. Do you want to fish? No. But you have... Looks like you didn't learn anything from the choice room, player. Why, it looks like the game dev didn't learn anything from the choice room. It's not a choice if there's a wrong answer. Fine. I guess I'm fishing. What a blunt transition. Yeah, where's Marcel and all the characters I had voices about that? I've received some concern that there is too much dialogue to read. Who raised that concern? There didn't seem like that much dialogue. The fun is the minigame itself, right? So I just removed other characters. But then what do we get after fishing then? I guess we just have to find out by fishing. Okay, alright, well, alright. I got a fish. I did it. Gotcha. We've earned ourselves an emote panel. Swap them. Keep fishing to earn more emotes. I'm gonna switch to this one because I'm not too happy with this. Shoot the target. Can I close? Why can't I close this? To fish again. Okay. I so do very much want to fish again. So you get 1 fish for 1 emote? I like this emote. I like this one. How many emotes do I need to earn? Lead the shot. Lead the shot. First try. How many emotes are there to earn? I like this. I like all of these new emotes. These emotes are very good. Alright. Yeah. Take the cookie. I like that the emotes are kind of breaking down steadily. Alright. Earn a fish. Ooh, yin and yang, I like that. Big fan of that. Boom. Nope. First try. Okay. Earn another fish. I'm not switching to the cat. The cat is not my favorite. Not that I dislike the cat. It's just, I just don't think it's cooler than the yin and yang. Target. I'll stick with the yin and yang for now. I like the look of the yin and yang circle. It's very satisfying to look at. Another fish. 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 Bash. Okay. Boom, first try. Alright. And... come on. Aha! There we go. Oh, great. You get to use my face as an emote. And that's the last emote I've drawn so far. Cool. Now what? Keep fishing? I don't want to keep fishing. Why did they make the mini game the main game? Why would you go and make the mini games the main game? There's no main storyline anymore. It's just minigame now. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. This is bad. They turned a really... Seriously, are you enjoying this or what? Niche days. I'm not enjoying this. I'm just getting through this part because I think they're proving a point that this game is not... I feel like this is not supposed to be fun. And it's not fun in a way that I think they intended, and I am very impressed by the fact... Oh, wait a minute. Why can't I close the emote button? There's gotta be something more to this. There's gotta be something more to this. This can't be it. This can't possibly be it. This cannot possibly be it. This can't be it. I don't want this to be it. Why would this be the end? I don't want this. Hang on. What if I... Aha! Ha ha! They didn't tell me I couldn't jump into the water. Hey. The player's so bored that they just want to drown me to death. Something like that. Something like that. I was getting there. Well, maybe it looks boring because it is too artish. No, it's because it's boring. You know, artwork is usually hard to comprehend. Nah, it just felt boring. Sometimes you gotta be blunt about it. Who am I kidding? You're right. I thought I could combine their magic by putting them together. You lost the magic by putting them together. Seriously, a character customizer, shooting, fishing, and a room full of fake choices? None of these are new anymore. But what about you, Paako? You are my original creation, aren't you? A ton of characters in video game history can talk to the player already. I'm nothing new, creator. And how about this level now? We can just convey the point of adding up some gags cannot create a game in this level. That's new, right? I'd say so. I'd say that's a nice, maybe not a new statement, but certainly one worth making a second time if there's been a first time. I hate to remind you, but even such a complex topic has already been discussed by a famous metagame sequel. Oh, right. Stanley Parable Deluxe. Yeah. The Ultra Deluxe game. Yes, Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It will be a spoiler for that game if I tell you. It would be. And I guess I've already spoiled it. Gosh. Is there anything that people haven't done in the metagame history? Is there anything left at all? Is there anything new under the sun? Idea forging. Are we just done making ideas? Wait. Maybe I can climb out of this. Maybe I can climb out of this literal and metaphorical hole. Aha! E. Rest in peace, Paako, Target Agency, and Fishing Pass. It was an intermediate step to something better. Here lies the idea of mixing Paako's 4 initial ideas. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Really? You even built a tomb for the idea that you give up on? It's hard to give up on ideas you've been working hard on. Even if it's similar to previous games, so what? Yeah, as long as you have an original take on it that's your own. Doesn't matter if it's in a genre. Doesn't work that way, player. For other game genres, you can base on some mechanics and make adjustments. But for metagames, you either make a new point or no point at all. You can't tell the same joke twice. It's only fun the first time. I guess. Yeah, maybe there is something to that. Making a metagame in this era was probably a bad idea. I don't know, you're making a game about metagames, which I don't know if that's been done. Or maybe not in the same way that Stanley Parable did. Okay, here we are. Oh, oops. What happened here? Looks like he just buried all those ideas together. I should give up this whole Paako idea and think of something else for thesis. What about those other ideas? I had fun writing those separate ideas, but none of them were worthy of a full game. You can take a look if you want. Just return to this spot when you're done. Okay, yeah, let's take a look. What do we got here? Rest in peace, I'm the boss. Here lies the idea of having a boss fight where Paako is the boss. In this boss fight, the player has to walk into the spikes to damage Paako again and again. Interesting. I kind of like that. What? But when the HP goes to 0, Paako respawns at the respawn point because that's what player character does. And how to pass this? And how do you pass the level? I don't know. So I abandoned this one. Or how about this? The player has to close the game to win. Cliche. Closing the game is so cliche in metagames. Especially when you have to do it multiple times to progress. Rest in peace, the ultimate answer. Classic, 42. Make yourself a good old Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference. Here lies the idea of a puzzle room that provides a fake puzzle. Seems like an astronomy-themed puzzle, but it's in fact just some symbols and equations. The door requires an answer of 2-digit number, and there's no limits on how many times to try. You can waste your time trying to solve this fake puzzle, or simply enumerate all possibilities within 5 minutes. The answer? 42. The answer to the universe and everything. Everyone, it's the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Thank you very much. Now this one is hardly even fun. Wonder how old he really is. Well, doing his master's, so at least that old. In his 20s. Come on, that movie isn't that old. No, I'm not saying it was. But I'm also not old, and I have seen that movie and read all of the books. Literally all of the books. Run the cutscene. Here lies the idea of Paako intentionally launching a cutscene to block the player's input. I like that. There's gotta be something there. But I guess if there isn't, the reason it's got a tombstone on it is because there isn't anything there. During the cutscene, the player has no control over Paako, because that's what a cutscene is like. Right. Gotcha. Paako will do all the fun things by itself, pass the level, shoot the target, maybe even do some backflips. And leave the boring, repetitive parts to the player, such as walking through a long corridor or reading text on some tombs. Nice. I would have definitely enjoyed this one. Big time. What a relief for me that it's buried. But if you think about it, the cutscene is the only chance I can actually be me. Right. That's kind of how I felt about Canarium. Okay. Billiards room. Here lies the idea of having a pool game. There's no smart idea about this room. Just to play with chilling music and a billiards minigame. Like that minigame could be its own little game as long as you want to commit to the idea of just making a billiards game. This one's purpose was similar to the fishing room, but was much harder to implement, so I gave up on it. Fine. But if the player wants to play billiards, why don't they play another billiards game? Or, you know, in the real world. Huh, never thought of that. Well, playing billiards in a video game takes a much different skill set than playing it in real life. As far as my experience has been. Game. That's kind of what I thought this was gonna be. Excuse me. But I guess not. Here lies the idea of having a room with a monitor screen and a set of controls. Right, we did that for a little bit at the beginning. The room detects Paako's movement and maps it to control the smaller game that shows up on the screen. Yeah, that was fun. That was clever. The inner game is a simplified version of this same idea, where the inner Paako will be playing Tetris. Oh, is that what that is in the middle there? Nice. So you can play a game where you're playing a game where you're playing a game. Right. This one is way too weird. Doesn't even sound fun to play. Okay. We got a few more over here. The dialogue tree. Classic. Here lies the idea of a visualized dialogue tree that can be climbed on. Okay. Not really seeing much more to this, but maybe that's exactly why it's dead. There will be no dialogue in the scene. The tree itself presents the dialogue. Alright, fair enough. You can climb up the dialogue branches based on your choice, or even read 2 branches at the same time. You can return to any node and go up to another branch at any time. Plus, you don't need to reload the game. Sounds convenient to read the story. Then it's gonna be a tree that's huge as hell. That is a big tree. That would be a very large tree. Oh, jeez, why am I so stuffed up? The remaining bug. Here lies the idea of leaving a real programming bug in the game. Okay. Okay. It's a real programming error that simply makes the game die. Specifically, it's an index out of range exception. I see. The player will be warned exactly how this bug can be triggered, and once triggered, the game can only be restarted. Gotcha. Great. There will be no award or comment for triggering it. Come on, what do you expect once the game dies? Ironically, this was probably the easiest one to implement among these ideas. That's funny. Maybe there are still bugs in this game that you simply didn't know. Does that count? Doesn't count unless I put it there intentionally. As much as I like this game, the writing could have gone through a second draft or another round of editing. The silent heist. What is this? Here lies the idea of secretly removing players' loot in their back. Why? The player will need to collect 100 jewels, which spawn all over the place and are easy to get. But for every 20 jewels the player collects, the game secretly removes 3 from their inventory. That's just mean. That's just mean. Neither Paako nor any dialogue in the game will ever mention this. The player won't ever know unless they are actually counting. Yeah, it's just kind of mean. The best heist is the heist you never know happened. Nice. Oh, so there was a change where I could steal your stuff without saying it. So I can't even trust you to keep my stuff? They're never yours. They're just items you found in a game. Grow up. Alright, fine, Paako. The shame broadcast. Kill a baby? Yes? No? Who's to say? Here lies the idea of luring the player to make inappropriate choices and then showing it to their friends. Nice. Okay, I see. Paako will ask spicy questions and give really immoral or disgusting options among normal ones. You might choose them for fun. Excuse me. But in fact, each nasty option leads to a unique achievement. So every one of your Steam friends would know exactly what choice you've made if they are curious. I like that. I actually think that's pretty funny. It is evil. But to make this happen, he has to put this game on Steam first. Probably never see that day. Well, you'll never guess where I found this game. So, one last dead idea, and then we're moving on to that grassy patch up there. The endless chimney. Here lies the idea of having an uncertainly endless tunnel. While climbing, Paako will tell you what will be at the end of the tunnel, but after a few dialogues, Paako will suddenly admit that it was tricking you and this is in fact an endless tunnel. Okay. However, a while later, Paako will again tell you that there is in fact an end, and then Paako turns silent. How long do you think the player will keep going? I don't know. Sounds a lot like getting over it with Bennett Foddy. Sadly, another metagame has already done a similar version of this idea, except it's downwards. I don't think I'm familiar with that one. I don't know what that's referring to. How will I know if it's actually endless? You don't. That's the reason why we keep climbing. Oh, are they referring to the bottomless pit in Stanley Parable? I think that's what they're referring to. Okay. I've read all the idea tombs. Let's see what's over at this grassy patch here. Flowers. Do you know what they are called? These are orchids. Maybe we can collect them to pay respect to the tombs if you want to. It doesn't matter if you give flowers or not. Okay. So I can... So then what? Oh, wait. Can we proceed now? Yeah, I'm done here. By the way, I noticed you've spent a lot of time reading those ideas. They're kind of fun. Some of those were pretty silly and clever. Like, not to say that they would have worked in execution, but they reflect some real intelligence, some good ideas. Anyway, I'm gonna think of another thesis idea. Okay. Wait, what did you just say? I said I'm going to think of another thesis idea. Not you, creator. I meant the player. Did you just say you had fun just reading these ideas? I sure did. That's exactly what I said. Maybe that could be our special thing. To make a game about the game development. There you go. Which is also not necessarily a new thing. But definitely something that could be done again in an interesting way. Fleshed out better. But still, a lot of metagames have discussed the developer side of a game. That's true. Are any of them about the process of developing themselves? Yes and no. You mean a game that describes how itself was created? How does that make sense chronologically? It doesn't. It doesn't have to. It's a time loop. No, it doesn't make sense. Which means it probably hasn't been done before, right? Indeed. I've researched many metagames and none of them have done that. It's most likely a new topic. I think I played a game like that a while ago. A game about its own creation story. Many design decisions could be made based on this core. A game about creating itself. Nice. And that's what we call a design pillar. Nice, we're learning. Hey, now I can Assassin's Creed my way up here. Although this idea still sounds impossible. But we will find a way to make it work somehow. Guess I'll have to live a little longer again. You sure will, Paako. You sure dang will. Where are we going from here? I'm intrigued. Don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. What's with the arrows on both sides? It's probably the pressure you're just feeling right now. Ah, I see. Visual representations. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the recruitment pitch of my game. Hey, we got a new title name. Introducing again a game called Paako, a thesis recruitment pitch. Okay. Hello. I didn't realize at a certain point in this game how long it was gonna be. I'm already 2 hours in, but you're watching the first hour of this game. Sorry about the jarring end to things. But I gotta freaking, like, call it at a certain point. So, I'm gonna finish this later on, but you'll be watching this first part, and then the second part will come out later, as is usually the case. I really like this. I'm still probably gonna finish the game in 2 parts, but it's getting late, and I gotta get settled in, not make as much noise. So, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying this. I'm really, really liking this. I think this game is brilliant. I've seen more of it than the Connor that you've been watching for most of the video, and I really like what they're doing here. So hopefully you're enjoying it as much as I am. If you are, maybe you want to click the like button. Go support this developer. The game is on Steam. Like that, I guess that's a little bit of spoilers, but I literally got the game off of Steam, so you should go check them out and give them some love, because even an hour in, you can probably tell that they deserve some recognition. This is really, really well done stuff. Yeah, if you want to leave your comments, feel free to do that. If you haven't subscribed, now's a good time. If you want to support me on Fourth Wall, would really appreciate that. But until then, thank you so much. I'll see you later.